1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Something permanently engraved into the minds of millions. You can't go one day without hearing someone unironically or ironically yell the two numbers 6 and 7. Something that just a year ago would not affect people. Now makes people flinch, even when they hear the numbers in a normal context. But where did it all start? And how did we get here? When most people hear 6, 7, they immediately think of the song used in millions of TikToks, where the artist Skrilla, aka Jamili Edwards, an American rapper from the Kingston neighborhood of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, famously raps the number 6 and 7 in his song Doot Doot, which released in early 2024 for seemingly no reason. This song became famous because midway through 2024, people started using this song in edits for famous basketball player LaMelo Ball because of his height, 6 foot and 7 inches tall. This sound stayed relevant for a few months, but didn't really blow up until an infamous day in March 2025 when the 6'7" kid was born. On March 31st, 2025, at a high school basketball game, a video was taken of the camera panning onto random students in the student section. One of the kids, now forever known as the 6'7" kid, leaned straight into the lens and shouted the lyrics from the song while throwing up hand gestures. That clip was later uploaded to YouTube by YouTuber Cam Wilder. In his video, "My overpowered AAU team has finally returned," and from there, the moment spread like a wildfire. This video instantly became viral on all social media and became one of the biggest memes of 2025.
You realize what you have created. You've created something generational. You've basically created the new equivalent to 6'9".
I just thought of something really quick because that camera's gonna be in for at least 5-10 seconds. So I had to think of something fast, so I just said 6'7".
6'7".
Hey, 6'7".
What was it like going to school the next day after all that?
It was very, very heated. I got crowded by a lot of people. But my teacher knew about the 6'7" thing. She put 6'7" for all the answers on the homework.
Even months later, people will still shout 6, 7 with no context or make jokes about it whenever they see the numbers 6 and 7 next to each other. And personally, I'm getting sick of it because the other day I heard my friend's mom say 6, 7 and then asked if it was cool. So I knew at that moment it was too far gone. But let's rewind. I said that 6, 7 came from a song by Skrilla, but why the hell did Skrilla say it in the first place? Because listening to the song, he kinda just says it for no reason. There are a few theories that the 6, 7 community has came up with, which I'll go over, and then reveal the real answer. The first theory is that this is a reference to 67th Street in Chicago, which is known to not be the safest. However, this really wouldn't make any sense since Skrilla is from Philly, but not anywhere close to the 67th Street in Philly, and there are no other references to either of these streets anywhere. The next theory is that this refers to the police code 1067, which means report of death. This could be a way of him sending shots at whoever his opponents are, saying that he caught a body, and the police are reciting this code after finding the body. As Skrilla has been very involved in gang violence and beef in the past, like when he was involved in a shooting where members of Risky Road, a Chicago gang, fired shots at him in Bloodhound Q50, leaving the studio, where Skrilla got shot in the leg. But one of the people that he was with shot back and killed one of the Risky Road members with a head tap. Skrilla rapped in a song he released right after this, stating, "Hop out and blitz, Trona Troy Palamalu, Ray Lou Risky Road. You believe just what you see, but don't believe just what you told. Yeah, it's me. I'm about to get a crib up out the rack today. Did you see up on the news who done got clapped today? Heard a fellow got head tapped and he done passed away." Another theory is that Skrilla was just high as hell and randomly yelled the numbers 6, 7, which is a funny theory because this dude looks like it's been 5 years since the last time he was sober. I remember seeing a clip of him standing next to homeless people getting interviewed, and I thought it was an interview of a random homeless dude until I read the caption that said Skrilla getting interviewed in front of homeless people, and even all the comments were agreeing with me, saying that he blended in and shit. Another theory on why Skrilla said this was because in graveyards, the bodies are 6 feet deep and 7 feet apart, again inferring that he has caught bodies on his ops in a creative way that isn't just saying that he kills people. Now the real reason he says 6, 7 in the song is kind of relating to an earlier theory and kind of not. When he said 6, 7, he was shouting out the gang YSN from the 67th Street in Philly because he was cool with the rapper YSN Uth, who was the original person to yell 6, 7 in his songs, years before Skrilla even started making music.
Why do you niggas wanna rap like what? 6, 7, 6, 7. Oh, 6, 7.
So Skrilla, when making this song, he copied something that his friend commonly did in his songs, and at the time shouted out a block even though he ain't from there, which could also be looked at as false gang rapping, like how many West Coast rappers claim Blood or Crip because they got loose affiliations or friends with them. So at the end of the rabbit hole, YSN Uth is the real creator of yelling 6, 7, and it was simply a reference to the block he was on. And since the song is blown up, there are rumors that the 67th Street people aren't cool with Skrilla anymore. They probably think that he stole something from them when he wasn't even from there. Which is why when Skrilla was asked about what he meant by 6, 7, he just claimed it was random numbers and had no reference to anything because he was trying to avoid the beef. On February 21st, 2025, Uth even posted on Instagram with the caption, "The real 6'7", which was something that he was commonly referred to over the past several years by all of his fans and people around him, with a comment from Skrilla's Instagram account, along with you changing his bio to include the number 6'7". YSN Uth then dropped his own song called 6'7", where he claimed again to be the real 6'7". These are only his recent uses of 6'7" though, as he has been using the numbers throughout his whole career. So to recap, the 6'7" kid was saying lyrics from a song that got popular on TikTok because it was used in edits of LaMelo Ball. And the reason the artist of the song says 6'7" is because he is shouting out a block in his city. So despite the crazy hype 6'7" had, and the many rumors surrounding where it came from, a random white boy with fluffy hair got 200 times the recognition the original creator of 6'7" will probably ever see, simply because of how the internet directed its attention and how the meme evolved. Thank you for watching. Follow me on Instagram at W4Y.